The difference between flow and play is quite difficult to answer. It's almost easier to answer what are the similarities between flow and play, because there's so much that's the same there. There's so much internal trust. There's so much, I'd love to understand from a psychophysiological, from a what's happening in the brain, what are the differences. There hasn't been much research surrounding that. But from a sort of subjective, experiential point of view, they're both experiences where we become highly present. They're both experiences where we loosen, we go to that effortlessness within our actions. We go to that effortlessness in our attention. We become open to learn, to grow. We become autotelically driven animals, if you like. And we're in that moment because the participation is rich, and our focus isn't on what is this play going to give me. Occasionally it is, but then often we'll find the play stops pretty quickly and the mind comes in and justifies and rationalizes why we shouldn't be playing, or we've got more important things to do, or it's not very productive. But as soon as the playing becomes play, we just see kids playing, or we play with kids, and there's just an enjoy. It doesn't matter what the task is, we can get to that state of playing and being. And I think the real difference in terms of the experience of play versus the experience of flow can often be the level of absorption, or the level of immersion, and also the level of intuitive wisdom that's applied to the decision making that's happening during play. So often we can play but not be in an optimal state of functioning. We can just be silly but not be applying ourselves in an optimal manner. We can be sort of playing and just be very loose with our words because there's no direction or focus around it. But with flow, there always seems to be a kind of a focus and a direction that just gives an agenda, a notion to all the behavior and the thinking and where everything's heading towards, rather than playing can be a little bit more looser, and therefore there's a little bit more chaos in our consciousness. There's a bit more entropy happening rather than negentropy of our mind and body congruently working towards one aim. And in play, that can be a little bit looser. So, sometimes you can enter play with maybe like a fixed direction and slip into flow. But sometimes you can play and not be in flow. And but certainly that playful attitude, that playful approach, that playful place of being is just a beautiful place to be in, full stop. But it's a real helpful, practical precursor towards getting into flow.